Yeah, it is a star-studded event. David Crofty, Sky Sports F1 commentator, and I are bouncers for it, aren't we? We're doing the security. That's why we're dressed in the same uniform.
Come in a thick coat, it's freezing, they said.
We're not. It's a cold night, Crofty, but it's a very interesting night. I hope it's a successful night.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great year for the sport, potentially. I mean, you're getting revved up for the season. How excited are you for F1 in 2025?
I'm hugely excited, and days like this just make me even more excited. You and I have spent a large portion of today sat in a press conference room listening to Formula One drivers, and they've all been in there, and if that doesn't whet your appetite, when the likes of James Vowles, for instance, this is going to be the closest season we've ever had in terms of the field spread. You know, when Lando, Norris and Oscar Piastri say, yes, we're thinking about going into a season to win championships, we're not getting carried away, but we know we're capable of doing it. When they start that sort of chat, you can't help but get excited, surely.
No. There are haves and have-nots, though, in F1. As you can see, Crofty is on the celebrity side of the red carpet. I am on the workers, the humble workers.
I'm only allowed here for 10 minutes, though. And then they're kicking me out.
Well, it's interesting to think whether Max Verstappen will be one of the haves or have-nots this year.
What, for this season?
He had to scrap for this championship last year. Could it be a season-long battle for him?
It's interesting, when he was speaking at the press conference, he wasn't full of optimism and joy. He was like, I haven't driven the car yet, no one else has driven their cars, so who knows, there's no point speculating. Is that the voice of a man who thinks maybe I might be on the back foot at the start here? Maybe we haven't hit the targets in the winter that we want? Or is that just Max Verstappen being Max Verstappen and not wanting to get involved in what he calls a waste of breath speculation? I don't know, and he's right, no one knows how he's going to get on. But I think what he does realise is, based on the end of last season, there are way more competitors to him in each and every race than it was at the start of last year.
Yeah, you had I've asked McLaren about being favourites. You asked Lando today about being favourite for the Drivers' Championship. Yeah. What did you glean from his lengthy response that he gave to you finally?
It was a very mature approach, I thought. Yes, I'm the favourite. I'm happy with the favourite. I'm living with more expectation and eyeballs on me than I've ever had before, but I'm happy and I'm excited to have that level of expectation. I'm not getting carried away. We're not getting carried away. There's a lot of work to be done. But why shouldn't we be in this position? And why shouldn't we as McLaren and myself as Lando Norris go into this season thinking we can win it? So I think that's a really mature response than you might have got, 3 or 4 years ago. Lando knows how not to compete and how to make mistakes that cost you in a championship battle. And as he said last year, put those right, he'll come back a much better driver and he'll be competing week after week.
Okay. Listen, great stuff, Crofty. We haven't even talked about Lewis Hamilton. It's Ferrari year. We'll have opportunities to do that later on.
When Lewis goes out there in red tonight, 14,500 people are going to go absolutely wild. Probably more so than they're going to do for MGK, but I do quite like Machine Gun Kelly and I can't wait to hear him.